Hi! Today I wanted to paint with these Ecoline Brush Pens. I've had them for a few years, but I couldn't decide what to draw with them. But today is finally their day, so let's get to work. And as always, I want to swatch them first, and this is a pastel set. So we have cold gray light, pastel rose, pastel violet, pastel blue, and pastel green. I don't know what else I expected. I will be using a hot pressed watercolor paper because they are watercolor pens and I don't want to use them on anything rough because I know most brush pens don't like that. Since they're watercolor pens, I wonder if I can use wet brush to paint with them. Let me check that. It just looks like I'm picking up the pigment from the paper. Well, I know if I want to lighten something up, I can just use a wet brush. I like these colors, they're very springy, which is suitable right now. I also wonder how they layer. So let's see with blue and green. Yeah, they mix fine. And now that this is done, let's sketch. I decided to draw a mermaid. I think the colors would fit it. And at first I wanted to make her halfway come out of water and she's holding onto the edge of something. I didn't even decide of what at that point. Then I tried to change her pose a little and have her swim, but I just didn't like that. So I started over and I sat her down. I also changed her hair to shorter because I feel like mermaids are usually drawn with long hair. And I get it, it looks cool in water, but I think this hair that I drew looks cool as well. I also gave her a pendant to hold. Who knows how she got it? Maybe she stole it from a sailor, or maybe she found it at the bottom of the sea. Okay, so I transferred the sketch onto the paper, and I know that this doesn't really look like a mermaid much, besides her bra, but I will draw some scales on her, and obviously she will have the tail. I'll probably draw some jewelry on her too, because it kind of looks empty. Oh, and you're probably wondering why I sketched her in 3 different colors. Well, my pink lead ran out, and I didn't really like the red, especially since I want her to be blue. So I guess this purple works better. Okay, I have the sketch and I was thinking about doing line art first, but thankfully I turned my brain on and was like, you know what? Let me see if that's a good idea. And it wasn't. Even with a dry fineliner, the brush pen smudged it, so I am starting with these. And I have some water to dilute them, because they get really vibrant really fast and I don't want the drawing to be oversaturated. So let me grab the water a little bit and try on, let's see here. Okay, that's good. That's not overly saturated, but as I'm working on it, it gets there. So that's what I wanted. But it would be a good idea if I erase the sketch first a little bit, huh? They still are a little bit streaky even if I dilute them, but I don't mind it much, honestly. I think it's just the charm of the art supply. And besides, I think people mostly use them for calligraphy, which I could never because my handwriting is ugly. I tried calligraphy a few times in my life and I gave up really fast. It's just not for me. And I think as I will be adding shading, this will look better also. So I'm not really worrying about the streakiness right now. Now for the scariest part, the face. God, I hope this looks good. Because when you make a mistake, or when it's streaky somewhere else, it's fine, right? But you want the face to look good. Okay, I think the first layer is fine. Obviously for the rest of the body it's too bright, but with the face, like I said, I prefer to be cautious. Okay, I think it looks good. So really. Okay, next I think I want to do the tail and scales, and I want it to be green. Also, I literally had to stack these with a kneaded eraser because they slide so much. I wish they had like a stopper on their caps. Okay, so here I did a little bit too much green. I will see if I can use some blue, like diluted blue, to push it back. Okay, yeah, I feel like there's a better transition when I did that. Ooh, I almost forgot about this part. Okay, then the hair, I think I want to be purple. The caps are so tight, I had to open this one with my teeth. Look. It sucks if I want to jump from one pen to another. And I don't like leaving pens open when I'm not using them, even for a minute. It made me realize how much I missed working with markers. I've never used these specifically, watercolor markers, but I have used Copics, and really, in some ways they are very similar to Copics. Well, to alcohol markers in general. But then in some ways they are very different, like you wouldn't be able to lighten your alcohol markers like this. Okay, and I will make the brow purple as well. I just need to be really cautious. I don't want the purple to go over the pearls. I think for the shading on the skin I could also use the purple, because I think only shading with the blue would make her look flat. Let me try that. Yeah, I think as long as it's light, the purple looks good. I am not a fan of this paper peeling. So once you do a couple layers, it starts to peel like ew. And I don't know why. Maybe it's too wet, but it is a watercolor paper, and I don't have that problem with regular watercolors on this paper. I mean, otherwise I enjoy working with them. They're really fun, and they have really pretty colors. Now the face. Don't breathe. I definitely want her cheeks to be pink and her lips. Okay, this looks really cute. And the gray I will use on the shells and pearl maybe. I don't know how that will look, but we will see. It definitely looks better than not shaded at all. And I'm sure once I add line art, it will look even better. Alright, and for the necklaces, I'll just be using all of the colors. I have to say, I do wish there was a yellow. Oh, and I forgot to color her eyes. Maybe I would do green, because there's no green around here and maybe they would stand out. Okay, perfect. So now the only thing that's left is line art. Now it's starting to look actually good. I'm trying to add some texture to the scale so that it doesn't just look flat. I am afraid to line fingers the most. Right after the face, that is. Alright, that's actually not bad. Okay, the pearls I need to do like I did the necklace, so really lightly. Maybe not all the way. I'm not doing a very good job making them round, but real pearls aren't super round either, right? They're not perfect, so mine don't have to be either. And I like this effect of this light pen. It makes it look delicate. Okay, now for the face. I sure hope I don't ruin it. Drawing faces with markers always stresses me out a lot, because I feel like you don't have a lot of control over them. Just one big stroke and it's ruined. Okay, I lied. I forgot I still have this. But the face turned out nice, so I'm not worried anymore. Okay, now I think that's all. Okay, I am finished, and I really didn't expect to like them as much as I did. It was really fun working with them, even though the paper peeling happened a little bit, but overall I think it's a great art supply and I am sure I will keep using it. And you, have you tried them? What do you think? Let me know in the comments and I will see you in the next one. Bye!